Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about preparing for a recession. It's official. 2 consecutive quarters of the GDP going down. We are in a recession. And with this recession, incomes are dropping, layoffs are rising, and there's really no definitive end when it comes to how long a recession is actually going to be. It could be 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months. No one really knows. But I want to talk to you about some very important tips to prepare yourself for this recession as a gig worker, because we're going to be feeling it in our expenses, in our earnings. We've already felt it to a certain extent, but I wanted to talk about it because I think it is going to be very important for us to do. So with that said, let's get started. Prepare for a drop in quality orders. There's never going to be a shortage of orders that are no-tip offers. There is a chance, however, that there's going to be a drop in quality orders. These apps tend to do really well when the economy is doing well. The COO of Doordash, Christopher Payne, has stated that they didn't make a lot of money when everybody was locked in their homes. They made a lot of money when all the stimulus checks hit and everyone had more money to spend. So because everybody is going to be fighting to maintain their account balances, they're probably not going to be aiming to go for luxury services like DoorDash or UberEats or Grubhub. So be prepared for that. Prepare for market saturation. When all of these layoffs happened in 2020, everybody was concerned for their finances. And what did they do? They went to these gig apps. So that means not only are there going to be less orders, there's going to be more drivers, which is no bueno. Now, is all markets going to feel that? Not necessarily. If you're still maintaining 2.5, 3 orders per hour, you are still probably going to do pretty well. Some markets can feel it a little harder, especially with the summer slowdown in combination with all this. So prepare for a lot more drivers on the road while people are still trying to find new jobs and all of that. Kill off any high interest debt. You got credit card debt, start trying to kill that off. You got a high interest loan, start killing that off. The last thing you need during this recession is expenses that could be charged higher, especially if they're variable rate interest rates, because as inflation goes up, the interest rates are going to go up. So if you can kill off any high interest debt, do that. Reduce expenses. This kind of goes hand in hand with the last point, but it is still important. Maybe it's not time to go on that vacation. Maybe it's not time to splurge on that nice new car. Maybe it's time to just cut back a little bit. You're going to want to reduce anything that takes away money from your account. It's not all about offense, about making money. It's about defensive keeping it. Stack cash. I usually say have a 3 to 6 month emergency fund just in case anything happens. Nowadays, I'm probably going to start saying have a 6-month emergency fund. Start leaning towards that higher end. The last thing you want is, heaven forbid, you need to tap into that account and you just don't have enough. So start aiming to be a bit more cash heavy. Diversify your gig portfolio. You on DoorDash right now? Start opening up other apps. If you're not on other apps, I feel like I say this so many times, I don't know how to say it otherwise. Have other opportunities available in case you need to make cash today. Start a side hustle outside of the gig economy. The gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal. It's never the goal. There is no better time to start a side hustle like this than during a recession. Millionaires are made in recessions because they identify a problem and they provide a solution to it. So it is more important now than ever to have something available, to start working on something. Stay consistent with what you are already doing. Never compromise your standards. Look, I know it can be tempting to take lowball offers when there's not a lot of good orders coming in, but do not compromise your standards for that. You're better off diversifying your gig portfolio, starting to work on other opportunities, rather than just reducing your standards. Because at the end of the day, that's what's really going to move you forward. It's not going to be those $4, $5 offers. So make sure if you have a standard of like $7, $8, $9, whatever it is for you, just make sure you're staying with that. Because the last thing you need is to have your expenses cut into your profits. Now, I don't know if you noticed, these tips are not just good advice for being in a recession. They're good at any period of time. But this is so much more important when things aren't so cool. So be sure to stick with all of these points as this recession is happening. But let me ask you, did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments. Let's make sure that everybody gets past this recession A-okay. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.